welcome to another episode of Just Your Average Baker. I'm Amelia, and today we're going to be making dark chocolate Pavlovas with a red wine sauce and red wine soaked strawberries. Forgive me if I sound like I have a cold, by the way. It's because I have a cold. And I was too lazy to put on a cute outfit or do my makeup, so we're going hoodie and no makeup today for this episode. Let's get started. Since I have a feeling this is going to be a longer episode today and take a little bit of time to make since it's a new recipe for me, I'm going to say not only what you need for the recipe right now, but I'm also going to say the quantity. And then when I'm putting everything in the bowl, I won't have to say 2 cups of blah blah blah. So let's get started with the ingredients and the quantities. You're going to need 6 large egg whites, something to whip them with. You're also going to need 2 cups of sugar. You're going to need, where is it? Oh, 3 tablespoons of dark, super dark, no, just dark, unsweetened dark cocoa powder, sifted. That's why I've got it in my sifter. You're going to need some red wine of your choice. The recipe doesn't specify, so I picked a Cabernet Sauvignon. And you'll only need a tablespoon of that. And then you'll also need semi-sweet, is it in there we go, 2 ounces semi-sweet chocolate, finely chopped. And then for the wine-soaked strawberries, you're going to need strawberries, wine, sugar. And for the toppings of everything later, you're going to need red wine to reduce for a red wine drizzle. And we're also going to be making some whipped cream to go with it. And I will link my whipped cream video down below for you guys. For the baking later, you're going to need a baking sheet as well as some parchment paper to pipe or spoon the pavlovas onto. So that takes care of ingredients and quantities. Let's go ahead and get started with the cooking. So I've preheated my oven to 300 degrees. The recipe says to do it to 350, but my oven runs hot, so I'm doing 300. We're just gonna get started with prepping stuff. So most of this might be in super speed so that you guys don't have to listen to me while I chop chocolate and stuff. So I think my chocolate is chopped fine enough. We're going to move on to prepping the cocoa powder now. I'm going to move this out of the way. This time instead of flour, I'm just going to get cocoa powder everywhere. We've successfully sifted our cocoa powder as well as gotten it all over. I was joking at first about the flour cocoa powder thing and now it's everywhere, so joke was on me. Seriously, it's all over my towels and my oven. Oh well. Life goes on. So, we've prepped our 2 chocolatey things. I'm going to open the wine. Wine. Just kidding. It's like 12:30 in the afternoon. I will recork this for later though. I do like Cabernet Sauvignons a lot. And now we are going to measure out the sugar. The reason why I'm measuring everything out, by the way, before I get started is because when you're whipping it, I think that you need to be ready to add the ingredients right when it like is all whipped up. So yeah, figured I would measure everything out first this time rather than read as I go and screw it up probably. So that's why we're measuring out. Anyway, I'm gonna measure out the sugar. Okay, so we've got all our stuff measured out and we're going to start actually working on the meringue. Pavlova. I shouldn't dance with knives. So like I said, 6 large egg whites. I'm just gonna start cracking them into our beater. Let's move you guys a tad closer here. So now we're going to turn on our stand mixer and beat the eggs until soft peaks form, and then we're going to start adding in the sugar 1 spoonful at a time. It's been like another 30 seconds, so I'm gonna check it again. It's looking thicker, but I think we're gonna beat it one more time before we fold in the other ingredients. Okay, so now they look more like stiff peaks. Yes? Hopefully? Yes? They're not all drizzly. They look stiffer. Yes? Hopefully the right consistency? So I gotta be honest, so far this recipe takes a lot of patience, what with the whipping and the folding and the slowly adding in sugar, so I'm not a very patient person, so hopefully I'm doing this well. I'm trying very hard. Now we're going to fold in the rest of the ingredients. So the sifted chocolate, we'll just do that first. And then we've got our wine. And our chopped chocolate we also have to add in now. So now we fold it all together. I've never made anything like this before, so maybe it was a little ambitious, but you know, we'll see. It looks pretty good, so we're going to start spooning it onto our cookie sheet. So we're now going to put the Pavlovas in the oven and immediately turn it down by 50 degrees. So the recipe says down to 300 degrees, but since my oven runs hot, I'm turning it down to 250. And we're going to bake them for about 30 minutes to an hour and 15 minutes, depending on the size. I'm just going to check it, and once it gets, they're hard on top, kind of crispy, then I think they are finished. No, they're not. Then you turn the oven off and leave them in the oven until they cool completely. So, oh my god, like I said, so much patience. But anyway, next thing you guys will see as far as the Pavlovas go are them being finished and hopefully good. Now we're going to make the strawberries in the wine drizzle, I guess. So I have to be honest with you guys, I've already thrown away a couple of these. The strawberries I bought look really sad, and they're kind of smooshy and gross. So I picked out the few best ones I could find, and I'm going to use those for the wine-soaked strawberries. But even these ones don't look that good. So we'll see. Yeah, so I've quartered them, and I'm just going to put them into my red wine and sugar now. It's 1/4 cup of red wine and a tablespoon of sugar. And then we'll let them soak for about an hour. I'll probably just let them soak till the Pavlovas are done. Yeah. So that's pretty easy. I'm just going to pop them back in the fridge now. For the red wine drizzle, it says a small saucepan. I'm using a small skillet because I can't tell if the dishes in my dishwasher are dirty or clean. And you're just going to do a cup of red wine in your saucepan, bring it to a boil, and then turn it down to a simmer till it becomes a syrup. Pretty simple. Bless me. While I'm being super patient and waiting for the Pavlovas to finish forever from now, I get to clean up this horrible mess that has now occurred in my kitchen. Honesty time with you guys. Screwed them up so bad. This one looks okay though. This is what it should look like. Don't think I baked them long enough, even though they're crunchy on top. So That might be my fault or my oven's fault. Like I said, it runs hot, so they might have crusted, but then they're not done on the inside. I might stick this tray back in and see if I can get them done on the inside, but let me show you what I did with this one. Yeah. It's a gooey, underbaked, a gooey, underbaked mess is what it is. So maybe I'll stick them back in the oven, or maybe I'll just eat some boozy strawberries with whipped cream. I don't know. The whipped cream is good. Check out the video for that. The red wine sauce turned out good. The boozy strawberries I haven't tried yet, but they smell good. Those are delightful. Delightful. I'm sticking them back in the oven. I'm doing it. Squishing Pavlovas right now, honestly. I'm squishing them all. Squish. Sad chocolate Pavlovas in the garbage can. I feel like there should be like sad music playing right now as I zoom in. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 no. No, 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 no. Okay, so I did put them back in the oven. They are now fully cooked. Only 3 of them survived. I'll show you guys those ones. They're crispy now, and I mean, they were crispy before, which is why I took them out, but now they're done on the inside, and I know this because the rest of them are all broken up. So for example, this chunk of one is all done in the middle now. It's not gooey anymore. They're kind of crispy and chewy, which I don't know if that's how they were supposed to turn out, but that's how they turned out. I mean, it's not bad. I think topping it off with the whipped cream and the boozy strawberries that I already ate like 7 of will be good. But I mean, I didn't cook these right, so I didn't expect them to turn out awesome after sticking them back in the oven either. So 3 look pretty. 3 look like this. And 2 of them were in the garbage. So yeah, I mean, it happens. Things go wrong when you're baking, especially if you're baking something brand new and you never tried it before, or if you have an oven that runs at weird temperatures, kind of like mine does. So yeah, if I bake them again next time, I think I would still set my oven at the same temperature I did today, but I would leave them in the oven longer. Yeah, that was my mistake. But I got 3 good ones. So, yeah. And there's our finished product. And if this is the end of the video, then enjoy boozy strawberries and whipped cream. And if you try to make the Pavlovas and you do a better job than I did, then comment down below. Tell me what you did different. Tell me if you think it was my oven or me that... No, don't tell me that. I know it was probably me. But they crusted on top, and that's what the recipe said. Oh well. Boozy strawberry time! I'm playing the boozy strawberries like a tambourine. Okay, I gotta stop. Okay, bye.